It took me 40 years to realize what I'm about to tell you in 8 minutes.
What if I told you that thing you're chasing isn't really what you're looking for? Whether it's that promotion, a raise, the perfect body, that's just a drop in the bucket to what you really need. I spent the last 40 years of my life as an adult going through life, figuring things out. And I like to share those perspectives with you. And I'd like to spend a few minutes with you letting you know what I've learned in the last 40 years. Jim, where did this come from? Well, I'll tell you. I was asked to give the mid-year graduation speech 40 years after I graduated high school. Where did the time go? And it really got me thinking about life, what I've accomplished, what I've learned. And let me start with this. If I could go back and tell my 18-year-old self this, I would tell him, time is the most precious commodity you've got. You can't get one single second back to play again. Live every single second like it matters.
Because it does.
Because you're gonna blink your eyes, Jim, and you're gonna be 40 years removed from high school, and that time's gonna have flown by like it was yesterday. And one thing about time is you get to choose how you spend it, how you live it, who you spend it with.
Deep.
And if you're spending it with people who don't value your time, reconsider that. Because maybe they're not worth your time. Time is the most precious commodity. It's the only one we can't make more of.
Wow.
And it's gonna continue to pass on, whether you like it or not. So Jim, and folks out there, choose your time wisely. Spend your time wisely. Make every second count.
I've always said time is the most ruthless and most savage thing that's ever existed. So if there is that business you're thinking of, there is maybe that potential person you're thinking, oh, I want to talk to them. Do it. What's the worst that's going to happen? And no? What's the worst that's going to happen in your business? Well, you fail. Okay, whoop-de-doo. So did every single person who became somebody successful, whatever it is. Do you get what I mean?
In my adult life,
take the risk.
I've had about 8 or 10 different careers.
Okay.
And I throw up the air quotes because none of them were more than a few years. You see, I spent 20 years bouncing around from stockbroker to house painter to self-employed painting contractor to chemical salesman to cell phone salesman to project manager to remodeling contractor and now a teacher. And in each and every one of those, they were a vehicle to help me pay my bills, to support my family, and most importantly, teach me about life. Teach me that it doesn't matter what you do, who you are matters more. Your work ethic, the kind of impression that you leave, that's gonna make a lasting impression on folks. And it's gonna help you succeed, or in some cases, fail. And in those 8 or 10 different jobs I had, what I was really seeking was this thing called purpose. What am I alive for? What am I here for? What am I trying to do? Because deep down, we all want a sense of purpose. We all want to be fulfilled. We want to belong. We want to make a difference. I genuinely feel that. Most folks out there want to make a difference. And if you've got a purpose and a reason to get up and do your thing, life is a whole lot easier. Another thing I've learned is the process of achieving cannot be discounted. I've tried to find purpose in so many things, in so many different areas. Volunteering, giving of my time, helping people, offering advice. And I think deep down what I was trying to do was fill something in here. I was trying to help others because I heard a long time ago that if you've got problems, help other folks solve theirs, and yours will seem rather small. So I think what I did inadvertently was when I had challenges, I would try to find other folks with challenges and help them solve theirs. If nothing else, it took my mind off my challenges for a short time. Put them a little bit further away, if you will. But ultimately, what I was looking for was self-respect. I wanted to be proud of myself. I wanted to love myself. I wanted to be happy with who I am. So for 40 years, I've bounced from job to job. I've given my time, I've given my energy, I've given my resources, when in reality what I was looking for was always right here.
Oof, deep stuff.
It was inside me. I just had to discover it. I had to tap into it. And I had to be happy with who I was. See, I think we were all built to be part of the greater good. See, I genuinely believe that when you love yourself, you can give that love to other people.
100%.
And you're not trying to look for something in return.
Love your neighbor like you love yourself. It all begins with yourself, you know? That's why I find it funny or ironic when people say, oh, he affected my self-confidence or my self-belief. How can I affect something that belongs to you? It's you generated. It's self. You are in control. But today's society, they're leading you that you're not. They're trying to make you believe that you're not in control. You're not as powerful as you think you are. But I'm here to tell you, you're the most powerful thing that's ever existed here. Everything that's come to reality in creation was created by the mind. So if you generate your mind, if you start fine-tuning your mind to believe in yourself, that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, if you're a person of faith. And I'm telling you, you're going to go far, man. So far, I can't wait to see the comments, but I don't want to keep ending it. So
You're not trying to get a benefit from helping them solve their problems. What you're trying to do is show them love.
Let me know in the comments section, brother, your
kindness,
thoughts.
and help them find their own self-respect and self-love.
Yep.
Because as crazy as this world is out there right now, as divided as it is, I really believe that most of us love one another. We care for one another, and we believe in one another. I don't like the divisive nature of everything, and I can't solve it. But I think if we all loved ourselves a little bit more, and in turn loved each other, this world would be a much better place. That's just my 2 cents anyway. So, how do you sum up 40 years in a few minutes? Watch how you spend your time. Watch how you give of yourself. Most importantly, love yourself. Because if you love yourself, it makes it easier to love other people. So I'd love it if you're still around to hit that subscribe button. Maybe drop me a comment about how you feel. That would do me a solid, and I greatly appreciate it. If you're still here, I greatly appreciate you. I appreciate every single one.
2 generations after you die, no one will ever remember you existed, and everyone you ever were and did, completely forgotten. 100%. Okay, cool. So I'm 58 years old. All right. Worked 26 years in a nursing homes. I'm not wearing my reading glasses, by the way. I can promise you money and material possessions is not the answer. I would always try to make the older folks laugh, smile, and pick their brains about the past. I do the exact same things, by the way. The best place to learn, or the best people to learn from, are people who are way older than you. And you ask them, always focus on the regret part. What do you regret not doing? Do you regret having kids? Do you not regret having kids? But things around these kind of structure, it goes a long way. Because it allows you to have perspicaciousness, but it gives you perspicacity. Why? Because you're able to see things from a different perspective without being there yet or having arrived at that situation. I'll much rather you go somewhere, you tell me, by the way, I almost lost my leg because there's a train coming and I just wasn't aware. So when you go forward, watch out. Around that street, there's a train that just whizzes by, surprisingly. I'm the type of person who will learn and believe that maybe I should be careful. I might not fully believe you, but when I get around that street, that area, I need to be wiser. Why am I going to risk losing my leg when someone else almost risked losing their legs? Or perhaps they lost their leg and they told me, don't go there, you're going to lose your leg. I'm not going to be Mr. Doughty. Oh, what do they know? I want to check it out for myself. I want to see if it's truly possible to lose your leg. Or before you know it, your leg is gone. Do you get the gist? That's what I'm trying to say. So I always ask that. But anyways, nothing better than coming into work and seeing all the folks' face light up when they see you, because they know that you care about them and you listen when they talk. Love this answer 100%. Wow. I agree. I couldn't have agreed with that so much. That was gold. I'm turning 43 this month. One thing for sure is you let go and lose a lot of your friends and family. All you really have is yourself. Take care of yourself, ladies and gentlemen. I've always said this. Very true. Very, very true. This is an amazing video. What's his name? Jim Burrows Thrives. Thank you so much. I really wanted to sit down and listen to all of that because I wanted to learn from Jim, because he's arrived at 40. I'm yet to have arrived at 40. There's so much that I can learn from someone. There's so much that we can all learn. You can learn from someone who's arrived where you haven't yet arrived. So much wisdom to be extracted. So we're going to be checking out a bunch of these videos in regards to this, because I'm at a stage where I really want my mindset to shift. I want to prepare myself for entering the 50s, the 40s, rather than having a bunch of regrets that's going to follow me for the rest of my life. If you enjoyed this video, smash the like button. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Age-wise, where are you and what have you learned so far? I'll catch you guys on the next one. God bless.